Yes, I saw it. It was a great speech. The fact that it was in black and white, I think, was smart because it's about trying to move people's minds and make them realize that among all other things, well, I must say that I am very impressed by the decisions which were taken late last year. Korea, I have a lot of sympathy and understanding for Korea, and I'm really the first one to applaud the fantastic and spectacular development of this country, economically, democratically, etc. And I realize that that has come as a result of fossil dependency. But now I think for the future that needs to change. And I'm so pleased to see that the leaders of this country have committed to the 2050 net zero commitment to reduce fossil dependency. So that is a very good step forward. And I don't think there is any, there is no choice. This needs to happen. I am full of sympathy with that it's not an easy transition. It is difficult, it will be difficult, but it's important to start that journey. And the next step is, of course, to revise these so-called national determined contributions according to the Paris Climate Agreement. We have the very important P4G meeting coming up this year. Later this year, the Glasgow COP meeting is happening. But it needs to come from the inside, these changes. So I am very hopeful about the way Korea is now taking on some of these badly needed challenges and changes that needs to happen. And I think Koreans will not regret it, and it will lead to better society, better climate, better nature, etc. for Korea in the years to come. Yes, I saw it, and I think it was a great speech. It was once again an example of this great initiative which started this fall, and the fact that it was in black and white, I think, was smart because it's about trying to move people's minds and make them realize that among all other things, you don't only have the nearest issues in front of you, you also need to look ahead, the big issues for society and for the future survival of both the country and the planet. So I am a big fan of President Moon's willingness to make these changes, and the way he is also encouraging Korea to do it. I mean, the Green New Deal last year I think was great. It was applauded both domestically and internationally, so that is a very good step in the right direction as well. And if we can do that together, we as Sweden, we as other, committed countries who want to work towards a greener future, we would be so happy to do that. So I hope that will be like a reinforcing process. And if I may add, I have seen both in Sweden and in Europe and in North America that once you start this, it's like a snowball that starts rolling, and all of a sudden it becomes like a process that rolls in itself, because there are so many good things and positive things about doing things in the green way. So now much of the change and the green transition in Sweden, as I told you before, is actually driven by the private sector because they see the benefits of it. So once this ball starts rolling, it might actually become a much quicker process than what you thought. So I mentioned this fossil-free Sweden vision before, fossil-free in 2045. But I recently spoke to the the chairperson of this initiative, and he said it might very well be that we reach those goals before 2045. So I'm quite sure that that can happen here in Korea as well. Korea, with all of your engineering and innovation power, I think you're going to be a leader in green transformation.